This is my review of Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I just want to start off by saying that this is a re-upload of a previous video that I had posted. I was going through my videos and accidentally caused some problems, and that video was deleted, so I decided to make a new one because I still have my review content ready, and I still have this book. So if you've seen it already, you can watch it again. I may say something different, I'm not really sure. But my opinions for this book are still the same. So if you've seen that already, you can go ahead and just skip this. But anyways, that's on to the review. So I want to start by saying that this is my summer reading book for school, so I was told to read it, and I'd heard about it from some people. I'd seen a review for it, so I knew that it wasn't the best. A lot of people liked it, but a lot of people also didn't. It's kind of 50-50. And honestly, I didn't like this book. I don't want to hate on it too much, because I know it is very popular, but I didn't like it at all. This isn't really that spoilery, but it is a little bit, so if you want to be completely immune to spoilers, you can go ahead and leave. But just before you go, I'll give you a quick rundown on what this is about. This is about a girl named Eleanor who moves with her family to a new house and starts going to a new school. She meets this boy named Park on the bus, and they start sitting next to each other on the bus, and they connect through that. And they connect through their interests and being nice to each other and their bus rides and, sweet and yada yada romance. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and go check it out. If you're not, which is totally cool, you can stay here and watch this review, or if you've just read it before, you can keep listening. But spoilers ahead. So the first thing I didn't like about this book was the romance. I thought Eleanor and Park were not a very good couple. I mean, they had one moment that was really cute, which was on page 299, when they were both sleeping in the car on the way to Eleanor's aunt and uncle house, I believe, after they were running away from Richie. And they're going to sleep, and Park just pulls her close, and I thought that was really cute. Otherwise, I didn't really like their relationship. I didn't think it was a very good relationship at all. It was okay, but, the romance was, the romance moments they had were cute. But otherwise, though, I didn't like the relationship. I know this is supposed to be things that I like, but that's about it. Just kind of the romancy scenes. I thought they were sweet. But otherwise, yeah. And then I also liked Park's brother, Josh. He was pretty cool. He seemed really nice, so I thought he was funny. And he said a couple funny things. And so I liked him. Now, for the many things that I didn't like, I just want to start by saying I didn't like Eleanor at all. I thought she was very mean. And Park, throughout the book, tells her that he loves her, and she never says it back. She also constantly takes Park's, the things that Park says out of context, and she also just makes him look like a bad person without him actually doing anything. There's a scene where Park tells Eleanor he used to date Tina back in 6th grade, and Eleanor gets mad and says, "How could you love us both?" Which is dumb, because they didn't know Eleanor then. He didn't know Eleanor at all, and so I don't understand how she could expect him to, not like Tina at the time. He did, and then she thinks that he still likes her, but that's not how that works. Obviously, he's gotten over her because he's with Eleanor now. And so that was really stupid, and I thought Eleanor was just kind of mean to everyone. And with Park, she has feelings. They're clearly there, but she never acknowledges them enough or even tells Park how she feels ever. And Park is constantly telling her. And I've seen things where people say that she hasn't gotten exposed to that kind of love, for example, from her mom or Richie, maybe her mother, but not Richie, and she hasn't been exposed to it enough to where someone says, I love you, and how to express emotions and all that stuff. She hasn't gotten that enough in her life to know how it's properly done, or know, a healthy way to deal with emotions. And so I can understand that, but even then, I feel like she would have talked about it more. I wish she would have been more open to Park. It just really bothered me because it really screwed up with him, and I didn't like that. I liked Park, so I didn't like Eleanor at all. And some specific examples of when she was mean was page 125, 162, and 237. So there's that. Another thing I didn't like the cannibalistic comments that Eleanor made about Park. She would talk about wanting to eat him or eat his face, and I thought it was kind of disturbing. I didn't understand why. I thought it was really weird. So some examples of that is page 93, page 113, page 136, page 158, and 251. So If you read the book or have a copy of it, you can give those a check just to see what I mean. But those are some starting pages for that. So it clearly didn't just happen once or twice. It was enough to where it's a little concerning. And then the final thing I didn't like was the racist nature of the book. I understand that this book was set, I believe, in 1986, but 1980s regardless, I think. And I just didn't like that the book had the racist part about it. Like, I mean, in that time frame, time period, they would have been more open about that kind of subject, and I understand that. But on like page 3, there's like a whole conversation on the bus about Park's race, and I remember thinking that it was very odd, and it was just this weird thing that just kind of happened, and then it just continued. And I understand the time period. I know that that's a thing, but like it felt like it happened just enough to where it was like, oh, we're showing it's 1986 because they would talk about it, but like the conversations were just weird. Like they were just straight out, it was just blatant offness about a race. It was just, I didn't like it. I thought it was really dumb. I just kind of felt it just irked me a little bit. But that's okay. I mean, this book's not for everyone. But if you have read this book, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe for more. I try to post whenever I finish a video. Finish a book. And I post a new video about it and give you my thoughts and feelings. So if you want to give this book a check out, go for it. But subscribe for more videos, and I'll post when I can. Thanks.